Welcome to PowerCat Live. I'm here with Manas, who's a Principal Group Program Manager with SuccessHub. Hi, Manas.
Hey, Phil.
So before we get started, tell us a little bit about how you got to your current role, kind of your journey through Microsoft.
Sure. First of all, thanks to you for giving this opportunity. I have been working with Microsoft for more than 12 years now. I joined Power Apps product team back in 2016, right when we did the preview for Power Apps.
Those are early days.
Created the admin center, the initial version right from that V1 for Power Apps, which later evolved into Power Platform Admin Center. And I'm currently leading the effort on SuccessHub, which is digitalizing the DTP group in Microsoft. Now, DTP stands for Digital Transformation Platform Group, which is developing Power Platform, Dynamics 365, and multiple other business application products in Microsoft.
And I think it's interesting too, you worked on the Power Platform Admin Center, something that I think probably most people watching this have used, right? Something that you've already worked on.
Yes, probably, and I really hope so.
But we're going to talk about something that's used internally in Microsoft, SuccessHub, right? And it's really the DTG group, the group that builds Power Platform Dynamics that you and I are in. This is really kind of our backbone. Can you describe what this app is?
So SuccessHub is a platform which has about 50 plus apps, both internal and external, hosted on it. And it's all on Power Platform, Dataverse, etc. And all the apps are like Power Platform apps, which can be the Power App, or we are using Power Automate, or even the portals over here. These apps are internal as well as external. So you would have used Ideas Portal or Fast Track Implementation Portal, etc. All of these are external facing customers for customers and partners. And we do have internal facing apps as well. So it's like kind of bringing both the data together and then create insights and further richer application on top of it.
And now I think the interesting thing is, and how this relates to everybody that's watching, is this wasn't one big app built by one team, right? This is built by a lot of different teams and yet coordinated as one effort.
Yes, it has about like 30 plus teams developing 50 plus apps at the same time. So it's kind of federated in a co-managed model, which is turning out to be super successful and looks like a lot of customers want to as well adopt it.
Describe a little bit about how you keep these teams from stepping on each other, right? Like someone wants a new table or a change to a table or a security role. How do you keep all that in coordination when you've got 30 teams working on this?
Right. So Phil, will just go back and understand how does SuccessHub help in the co-development model of Power Platform. So, and then we can switch on to the how does it all work, right? So going back on why was SuccessHub created, so we had this central IT team called CSEO, where we have Power Platform admin and governance, and we call it as a center of excellence, which used to help with some of the certain specific Microsoft-wide applications to be developed. And then luckily with individual employees, Power Platform provided that capability to do the development on your own. So one of the cons with the central IT model was that the app development used to take a lot of time, because of course there were requests coming from left, right, and center across such a large organization. They of course had there's always a limited constraint budget on how much can you do. With individual employees, it really opened up with Power Platform. So that was a really great part where they could, any employee could just spin off an environment and then start creating their own application, etc. Power App on top of it. But there were certain other challenges also came in, where actually central IT was, proving it out to be better when it comes to the data governance. Imagine you create an app and then this app needs to be shared by other team. How do you do that? The whole integration, if the data is residing on some other place and you want to utilize that data. So how do you do that? It really becomes a little bit challenging when every employee goes and starts developing the app on their own.
Right.
So we wanted to create something where we enable everyone to develop the application, but the data, governance, integration, the compliance and security all can be managed by that platform. So hence we created a SuccessHub where we take care of the support, maintenance, we have everything, we run it as a service. And this is again not just for the so-called internal facing apps, but large external facing apps are also on this platform, and we do take care of the lot of governance and the co-development model knobs and whistles we keep in the picture so that nobody's stepping on each other. It's really turning out to be super efficient when developing an app and utilizing somebody else's data at the same time. So you don't have to worry about that.
I think that's a really common scenario, right? Because Power Platform does allow more people to build more things and work together, but there is a part where they come together, where they're sharing data or sharing other elements of a platform. So talk about that governance that you put in place to help coordinate all these independent teams.
Right. So we definitely have a model set over here, because if there are 30 teams developing at the same time, it can become a lot of chaos. And then what happens is that suddenly another team or app goes and makes some changes in the production on the entity, and boom, this portal goes down, which is external facing.
I don't need to imagine
a disaster,
that.
right?
I've seen that.
Yeah, we don't want that to be happening. And we don't want any business critical application, whether it's an internal or external facing, to be disrupted just by somebody else doing something else, right? When we started, we only had like a handful of apps, like a year back, or 1.5 years back. Now we grew to like 50 plus production apps. And these are not just like apps which are used by 1 or 2 people. It's like apps which are used by hundreds of people. You can imagine our MAU itself is like a lot. 350,000 MAU, both internal and external users. That's
350,000 users use this every month?
Yes.
That's no joke.
And it's growing at a very fast pace. What we want to ensure is that nobody steps onto each other. So that's the ultimate thing over here.
So just to kind of provide some context for this. So say I'm building an app on this and I come to you and I say, hey, I need a new table for my app, or I need to change an existing table. How do you make sure that I really need that? And how do you make sure I don't break the portal, like you said?
Correct. So let me just quickly take you on how we are digitalizing the DTP and that workstream model, and then automatically this question becomes an easy answer for me. So how we are digitalizing the whole organization with SuccessHub is with the help of these apps, which I'll just list down. So again, there are 50 plus apps, probably not listing down all of them over here, just an example over here. So let's start from product planning over here. So every 6 months we do the product planning. We kind of then publish the plans in the terms of release planner, and which is also happening on the SuccessHub. And there are all sort of apps and the workflows and automations on to complete this kind of digital feedback loop. And then we go out and reach out to the customers as well, and we take their feedback. For example, we have the whole cab was hosted on SuccessHub. And then all of this feedback, which we receive from hundreds of channels, believe me, they all get together into the single source. Of course, over here, SuccessHub for the DTP organization. And Ideas is one example where all the customers provide this insights and like ideas to all our product teams. And we unify all of them so that any product can utilize it and see, hey, here's the top feedback which is coming from so many sources. Let me just go and solve these problems and improve our satisfaction of our customers. This is how we make it the organization transform, and this is all created by so many teams and not just a single team.
And you've mentioned some apps that I didn't even realize were part of SuccessHub that I use all the time. And I'm sure everyone watching, many people have used Ideas not knowing that they're putting their data directly into our internal system when they do that.
Right. Release Planner and Ideas, I would bet like a lot of people use it on a very
of course. Yeah. So then given that scenario, that framework that you described, so Phil comes to you with a request for a new table or a change to a table, or a new point of integration, or I want to tweak a security role, right? How do you make sure I'm doing the right thing and it's really necessary?
Right. So let me just jump on to the next slide, which we have. How do we make it all work? That's the question which you're asking. A lot of customers ask us the exact same question. So we do have these workstream models set up where we have divided our whole team into 5 or 6 work streams. So what we saw right now, right, the digital feedback loop. So basically, we base it on persona, like customer and partner is one, the DevOps is one. All right, there are various personas where we create these apps, right? And when Phil comes and makes an ask that, hey, I want to create an application for me and for my team, which is focused on this and this persona and this and this purpose. we try fitting it into one of the workstream models, right? Hey, which workstream do you really belong to? But the reality is that with these workstream models, you create your whole backlog with how SuccessHub prescribes, all in Azure DevOps, right? Nothing on us, but it's like centrally managed. You can just create your own stuff, complete free and maintain, complete freedom to you on that part. And then you work with the workstream owners to understand what kind of entity structure which you really need to have. Is it already there is something which you can utilize? You don't have to worry. And you do the development, and we provide you the whole ALM. We provide you the dev environment, we provide you the test environments. You just request for it and you get it, right? And it's just now you are now working in a work stream. So the work stream where other apps are also getting developed, you can have the visibility into that stuff as well. You do set of reviews. You present to our SuccessHub leadership, this is what you're doing, and you also present to the workstream owners first. Ensure that everything is going right. And then these are like very quick reviews. These are not like really a lot of tags. These are like 15 minutes review where you just come and ensure yourself as well that you're doing right? Like nobody's stepping onto you, you're not stepping onto somebody else. And then when you get into the test, like we do all sort of application lifecycle management over here, where everything gets checked in and pushed to the test environment. We run all sorts of automated tests, right? We do have those governance in picture, and we recommend everyone, and in fact at times enforce that you have to create the automation for yourself. Otherwise it can become a problem for you when somebody else comes and changes the stuff for you. So we do all sorts of automation, and then of course there are certain workstream owners who need to quickly verify that everything is working fine. So it's not that we are super perfect, but we have come a long way on this one, and we feel now comfortable to just scale, and instead of 50, onboard 500 apps, and we'll still be successful.
So you've described a little bit about Microsoft's journey getting to this point where you are today, where you have all these governance processes and this ability for these teams to work together. Customers that are out there are in a similar position. So what's your guidance to them for getting started on the same sort of journey?
Initially, a few apps would come, and probably you would be just willing to just create them. I think start from there, but start looking out from, hey, are there any apps which are getting developed in the sub-organization, which are applicable for the whole sort of teams, not just one specific team? Watch out for those, get them onboarded successfully, learn from them, and of course use and learn everything what we are doing and sharing it with you. So that goes with our slide right over here, where aka.ms/SuccessHub case study, where we have started writing more and more and sharing a lot of information on how we are doing. And feel free to reach out to us. And there's a link over here to the form on aka.ms/reachoutSuccessHub. In case if you feel that, hey, talking to us can add value, especially if you're a large enterprise and you have a lot of complexity on the ALM side, or how to create these for like a lot of SuccessHub centers in your organization, I think that would be awesome. We'll be happy to meet. But the most important thing is that scalability comes with SuccessHub case study in the documentation, and we'll be adding a lot of more content coming. So we have the V1 already published, and now we are going to share more on the ALM, more on the governance going forward. So this documentation will become richer and richer, but happy to meet otherwise, right?
That's fantastic. And those links are in the description if you want to click on them. But thank you so much for sharing this. And what a great resource to be able to take everything that you've learned over this past year plus and be able to have a customer just be able to reach out to you and learn that in just a short period of time. So thanks for sharing all of that.
Thank you. Thanks, Phil, for this session. And then I really wish all the best to all our customers of Power Platform and Dynamics 365 to set up a SuccessHub-like platform in their organization. And really looking forward to them adopting Power Platform in their organization in a full-fledged way. So
thanks, Manas.
Yeah. Thank you, Phil.